Yo, what's up ladies and gentlemen, how are you all doing? It's your boy Fusion. In today's video, we're going to be discussing some of the top ARs to use in Warzone 2. So obviously Warzone 2 has not came out yet, but it's going to be coming out within the next week or so. For me personally, I'm very excited. And as someone who has played Modern Warfare 2 a fair bit already, I've got a really good feel with basically most of the ARs. So I just want to go through some of the best ones to be using when the game comes out. So first off, of course, we have the M4. The M4 is always going to be probably one of the best ARs to be using. And 100% it's probably going to be one of the best ones to use in Warzone 2. Now, more than likely, this is because it's got high damage, but also good accuracy as well. And so we are going to make a build really quick. Okay, so for the M4, you probably want something that's going to be long range, so more than likely I'd probably go with this barrel, the high tower 20-inch barrel. It's probably something that I would go with, and then of course you want to have something that's going to give you good accuracy, so more than likely you could probably go with one of these. You could go with this one if you want. It does not have any cons, which is good. But one of these is probably going to make a bigger impact. So more than likely, I'm going to go with the F-Tech Ripper. On top of that, because we're using this for long range, I'm probably going to go with the VLK. This is just because it's going to give us that that long range kind of option. And of course, because we're going to be playing Warzone, you probably want to go with a 45 or the 60 rounds. So we'll slap on the 60. And there is possibility that, obviously, if you're doing long range, you want to stay silent and stuff like that. You might want to go with a monolithic suppressor. And this is something that you could probably go with and just see how that works out. Now, if you don't want to use any kind of suppressor, that's totally fine. Honestly, putting some ammunition might be really useful. If I was going to go with anything, probably high velocity is probably what I would go with. If you're not going to go with that, you could go ahead and put a stock on if you want to have faster ADS or, you know, more aiming stability. But obviously, if you went with this one, it's going to hurt your ADS time, in which most of the stuff that you have on right now is going to hurt the ADS. So what I would probably do is I'd probably go with this one, just so you can just increase the ADS time just a little bit. And that's probably what I would go with if you're not going to go with a suppressor. But I would more than likely end up going with the monolithic suppressor or just something along the lines of that. Next up, we have the Cast-Off. The Cast-Off is stupidly good, and that goes for every single one of them. You have the Cast-Off 7.62, the 5.45, and then the 74U. All of them are really, really good, and all of them are really solid. And I think they're probably all going to be viable in Warzone. I just think that the 7.62 is probably going to be the main one to be using. Okay, so first off, I've gone with the IG K30 barrel. Next off, you might want to have some iron sights, but we'll kind of figure that out later. First off, the main thing is that you're definitely going to want some kind of underbarrel, because it's just not going to be good if you don't have one. Now, I'm probably going to use this AK more of a bit of a close range, just simply because of the recoil. It probably wouldn't do good long range, so more than likely probably go with hollow point. Still have this kind of long range barrel on, just so you can have the damage range maximum as possible. Next, we'll go with a 40 round, because we don't want to, obviously we don't want to go with a 20. We don't want to really stick with a 30. And next, I'd probably switch up the stock and just see what there is that's kind of available to us. More than likely, probably go with a recoil control, and then that would leave us with a build like this, which in my opinion would probably be solid if you don't want to go with that. And if you do want some kind of sight, then you can probably go with a Chrono Mini Pro, or if you have the slim line unlocked, I don't, unfortunately, then you could go with a sight like this, and that would probably do pretty damn solid. Next, going on to probably one of my favorite assault rifles, the STB, which is the AUG from Modern Warfare. Now, for this, I would probably use this long range, so we are going to make a long range build for this. So, first off, we'll have the 24.4-inch Bruin barrel, and then next off, we are going to go ahead, just put the VLK on, because again, we're going to go long range, so we might as well. Now, the one thing that does suck about this is that originally this comes with a 30 round, and you can only have a 42 round. That's the biggest you can have, so it kind of sucks. But you gotta work with what you can work with, so we are gonna go with that. I'll probably go with this F-Tag Ripper once again. What I would probably go with is that if you can get anything that reduces the ADS time, because more than likely this is going to be slow as anything, I would probably go with that. So what I will do is I'm going to go with a 1 milliwatt laser just so we can get a bit of faster ADS. And that's probably the build that I would go with for the SCB. And finally, we do have the Scar. The Scar has always been solid. It's always been good fun to use. And the only issue is that it did get a slight nerf, unfortunately. It is what it is, though. It's still going to be, I still think it's going to be a solid weapon nonetheless. So we've gone with a 14.5 Tundra Pro barrel, and then we've gone with a VLK as well. What you'll notice is that in a lot of builds, we are going to be using a VLK, just because it's probably the best optic to be using. 60 rounds, and then on top of that, probably go with F-Tag Ripper as well. And again, if you want to try and get some faster ADS time, just have a look, see what attachments you have unlocked, and if I was going to go with anything, again, probably go with a suppressor, just because, again, it's going to keep you off the radar, keeps you nice and silent, and that's it. That is probably what I would go with, and if you enjoyed this video, then make sure to leave a like, make sure to subscribe, put the post notifications on as well. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace, bye-bye.